Hi, Nikki Duffy, choosingfortoday.com and Extra Money for Christmas project. It's day 24, 31st of December 2018, the very last day of the year, the last day of my Extra Money for Christmas project, where on the 8th of December, I set myself a target of creating £2,000 extra over and above what I would normally expect to get within that time frame, from the 8th of December through to the 31st of December, which is today. So, how did it go? Did I make it? Did I make more? What happened? So if you've been following my videos, you'll have a pretty good idea of excuse me, I've got a hair tickling my nose there. There we go. Okay, so you have a pretty good idea. So I've done this double chart here behind me to keep a track of what's coming, and it also includes this fabulous plant. Here is one of the 3 plants which we later mention. Okay, so let me turn the camera around and show you this exciting chart. Okay, so this is my Extra Money for Christmas chart. As you can see, £2,000 in 24 days was my original plan. So the actual work and money that I received during that time was £25 for a blog post that was on day 3, and £100 for a project I was doing where I was an oracle, which means I'm typing very fast as somebody speaks on a free on a call that costs $70. So I got the $70 call for free, which was great, and I enjoyed it very much. And I also got paid $100 to do that. And also, as you can see here, there we go. Same again next week. They're doing another call and they've asked me to do it as well. So total, hang on, where's my lovely pen? Just taking the lid off my pen with my mouth. So my total actual earned income for the period is $195. So, which is not even 10% of the £2,000 that I was hoping to do. And so, has my Extra Money for Christmas project been a total failure? Well, if you looked at it on the financial side alone, then yes, but that's not the way I'm choosing to look at it. And part of what it was that I was looking to create with this project was to have fun doing it, and to have fun. I've got a pen in my hand. I was thinking, oh, where can I write these down? So maybe, yeah, here, fun. And sort of expansion and learning and continuing contributing to my business and my life, and those things I did get. So during this project, although I didn't actually create the £2,000, I did create future money. So you may remember on the day 10 video, I said that I'd received an invitation to I'd received a contract which I signed worth £2,000 cash. So this £2,000, and and as well as getting the £2,000 plus cash for this project, that's just an estimate. I also get gifted £1,000 worth of product, which I was planning to purchase in the new year anyway. So the total value of this project is more like £3,000 plus for me. So that's really valuable, and I'm expecting that to be paid around about February, March, maybe into April, in 2019. So to me, that is a fabulous result, and that is more like the £2,000. Well, that's more than the £2,000 that I was first initially aiming for in the extra money for Christmas. This is all extra money that I wasn't expecting and didn't know was going to be happening before I did this project. So I'm very happy about that. Oh yeah, and this contract it'll take me over the period of time of the contract, it'll take me maximum of 50 hours, 30 to 50 hours depending. So I'm just like being conservative here. So if for £3,000 divided by 50 hours makes it roughly £60 per hour, which I am happy with that. That's all good. So also during the time of the 24 days that I was doing this, I also, sorry, my hand's getting really sore from oh my goodness. Oh, there we go. Holding the camera like that. So I also got further contracts that I wasn't expecting. One worth over £2,000 or more, which starts in February and will be paid throughout the year. I also had improved contracts going into 2019. I'm very excited about more of those, and there's more coming through. It's a very sort of expansive and fluid and progressive thing, which is all fabulous, new, and more money than I expected. And also it's fun for me. It's working with people I enjoy working with on projects that I love to work on, that are really interesting to me. So what have I got over here? Ah, yes. So yeah, okay, so let's go here. So what stopped me? Now quite a bit stopped me, really, and I'll go into more about why that was. But initially, on day two, can you believe it? Day two, I got technical glitches where which were like overwhelming for me. My computer froze. My main source, my main source of income for this and for most of what I do is via my computer, doing stuff online. And so that was my computer freezing was I couldn't use it at all. I couldn't sign in. It wouldn't even come up with a sign in page, and it was a full 36 hours that I couldn't use it, and I didn't know how to fix it. And normally something like that, and it's funny actually, when I do projects like this, I don't know if you find it, but there was one time when I decided I'd do 30 videos or something, video a day for 30 days, and come about day 3, my camera broke, and that was before we had camera phones, and it was just ridiculous. So I don't know if you find that things like this can happen as well. Hang on, let's do it so you can see me. Hello. Yeah, I don't know if you find that you have that with projects that you're starting or choosing to do, when you know, you choose to do something, you decide to do it, and you're like, right, I'm going all out there, and I'm going to do it, and then straight away you come up with a smack bang against a brick wall, and that was the case with me with my computer. And usually that might have been enough to stop me, because it was just day 2, and you know, I could have wimped out, I could have taken down the video that I put up, I could have pretended that I hadn't decided it at all, and you know, and pretended it wasn't going to happen at all, and that I used to do things like that. I used to give up so quickly and so easily. So I'm very proud of me that I kept going, and you know, and I found a way. So and also, rather than, I used to get really frustrated about stuff like that, and yeah, I was quite frustrated as well. But instead of like going full on into the irritation, the frustration, the blah, 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 all of that, I used the tools of access consciousness. I asked questions. I was in allowance. I asked questions like, what else is possible, and how can I expand my capacities with technology? What capacities with technology do I have that I haven't acknowledged? And using those questions and being in interesting point of view rather than like, oh, this is terrible and awful. It's like, this is interesting. Um, and being in that space rather than being in the kind of space was a fabulous contribution to me. And it also meant that I found a way to unfreeze my computer, and it didn't cost me anything apart from time. I probably spent about 3 hours, maybe more, over the 36 hours researching it and looking into it, and coming up against brick walls and brick walls and brick walls. It's like, no, it's not this, no, it's not that, looking at it, and then ta-da, I found something that magically unfroze my computer and meant that I could get back to work as well. And there have been that was the major technical glitch, and there were 2 other technical glitches which are too boring to tell you about, but they've been frustrating, and I haven't let them frustrate me too much, and I haven't let them stop me. So I'm glad about that as well. And let's go back. Where are we? To my lovely thing. Okay. So, and also during this time, I realized what I am good at and what I'm not so good at, and the extra things that I wasn't doing that need to be done. So you'll also, so it was a fabulous time of learning for me. You know, it's great to celebrate, to do, and to celebrate what I am good at, and also not to make myself wrong for the stuff I'm not good at. And I have now in place a interview with a virtual assistant who's going to come in and do all of these things for me, and more and more and more, to make sure the smooth running of my business is so that I can do what I'm good at, and she can do the other things, and my business can work well with or without me. Because that was the other thing. I can't remember which video it was, but I got sick, and I don't know if you can hear in my voice still. I've still got irritating cough, and actually it's not that irritating. It's just not that pleasant. It's not the end of the world, and I haven't let it stop me. And luckily, you know, I mean, sometimes sickness does stop you, but this one hasn't. And hello, fun. So, yeah, so being sick has not stopped me this time. But I wanted to make sure I had some other people in my business, so that one of my videos, I think it's around about 15, 16, something like that, day 16, or talks about you being your biggest asset, and how important it is to look after you and nurture you. So part of nurturing me is doing what I'm good at, and because also this is all really fun for me. I enjoy it, and I'm good at it, so I'm going to do more of it. And then other people can do, I've got in place other people doing the other stuff, which also means that if I'm sick or if I'm off on holiday, I can relax and I can enjoy myself, and I don't have to be, trying to find somewhere where there's internet when I'm on holiday, and, not being able to spend time doing the stuff I want to do on holiday, or just enjoying myself at home because I have to do all these other things for my business. So 2 important things. So the other extra things that, so although, as I said, it was just the $195 actual cash that showed up in this 24 days. There's a lot of extra things. And so, when you see things coming into your life as wealth, as, money's not just money. It's, if you see everything as well, so when somebody buys you a cup of coffee or something like that, then that's a form of income. It's a form of wealth. So my wealth extras were John brought home from when he came home from work, he brought me 3 bunches of flowers over the course of these 24 days, which was great, and I loved them, and I kept them in my videos, and lots of fun. He also brought me 3 houseplants, which were very exciting. And as I showed you, that one is one of them. Beautiful red. And as you can tell from my top of my lipstick, I like red. And also, John also got a bottle of his favourite rum gifted to him. And these all were free. John got them free one way or another. And yeah, I'll go into that. So you might say, yeah, that's John. It's not you. It's not me making the extra 2,000 for extra money for Christmas. Well, me and John, we're a team, and what's his is mine, and what's mine's my own. No, so we share off each other, and we bounce off each other. And one of the things I wanted to talk about is allow other people to contribute. So not just other people, allow others to contribute. Allow yourself to receive contribution from other people, from the universe, from wherever it comes from. And as I've said in many of my videos, it never shows up the way you expect it to. So yes, these on the list are all from John, and also this which I loved. Let me see if I can. So £1,000 credit. I asked John in one of my videos. I can't remember which one it was. No, I haven't put it there. If he would, because he was being so magical, like showing up, he also got some days off that he wasn't expecting, which were prime days off. So after he'd received, I think 2 of the bunches of flowers and the bottle of rum, the 3 houseplants came after. I said, "Oh, John, you're pretty magical at the moment. You just talk about it the night before and it shows up." So I said, how about you create £500 cash as part of because you're so magical, why don't you do it? How about creating that £500 cash? So we had that conversation in the evening. We laughed about it, and the next day he received a letter from his credit company offering extending his credit to an extra £1,000 credit. Now you might think, well, £1,000 credit, that's not actual cash. And yes, I agree with you. And credit is credit, and it's got to be paid back, and there's interest to pay on it, and all those scary things, have to be sensible and all that sort of thing. And yet I loved the way I asked John for £500, and he had a way of contributing 1,000, and it never shows up the way you expect it to. Where are we? Let's do this. Oh, there we go. Hello. Yeah, so it never shows up how we expect it. And what if you could receive it however it shows up? Yeah, so those are that's so now I wanted to how can we do this where you can see and I can see? Never mind. So this one is about what I actually received in the Extra Money for Christmas project, and this one is all about what I learnt. Is it backwards? Oh, it's backwards if I do it this way. Okay, so in this one, I'm going to turn it around again. So, okay, so this one is about what I learnt and moving forward. So I nicknamed this 2K4X, 2000K for Christmas, Xmas, forward into 2019 and beyond. Okay, so one of the things I noticed about doing this project was that I wasn't so much creating for now, I was creating for now and in the future and expanding the future, which was very exciting to me. And in fact, that was more exciting to me than the money, than the actual money now. Which is something I realized as well. So in my very first video, I talked about being willing to choose it, being willing to receive £2,000, you know, extra, and that I was committing to my life. This is what I said in my first video. Yeah, I'm doing this like extra money for Christmas, £2,000 in 24 days, because I'm committing to my life, and you know, I'm choosing it and I'm willing to receive it. So yeah, all that was true to a certain extent, but one of the elements I hadn't done was I hadn't checked if I'm vibrationally compatible with my ask. So my ask was an extra £2,000 in 24 days, and I hadn't checked if that was if I was congruent with that. And if I wanted it enough, and if I was willing to do, if it was a demand in my life. So it was more of a, oh, that'd be nice, rather than a, this has to happen kind of demand, where I was like completely aligned with it, completely vibrationally compatible and congruent with it. So that was the step that I missed out. I wasn't congruent with the £2,000 in 24 days, and that's why that's one of the reasons I didn't get anywhere near it. And when it came to taking the actions, I just wasn't fired up enough, and I wasn't excited enough. Sorry, there's a, I don't know where that I don't like this shiny bit. Okay, never mind. So because yeah, so I wasn't vibrationally congruent, and yet so I didn't take all of the actions that needed to be taken. I took some actions, and here, even though it's shiny there, you probably can't see. So I've got a very small email list, and yet they're lovely people on the email list, and I know most of them. And part of what I'm choosing to do is send more emails, and yet I only sent one in this 24 days. I only sent one email, which is not good, and that's why I am having somebody to help me send them out. I will write them. I love writing them, and they will send them out. So that's in place in the first week of January. In just a few days, I've got my first appointment on 2nd of January to sort that out. Okay, so what else? Blog posts. I only wrote 2 new blog posts on my website. Now that's pretty abysmal as well, because I like writing blog posts, and I get a sense that they create. So that's something I'm going to do more of. The actions I did take religiously, daily, even on some of the days where, I mean, one of them. One of the videos shows me I literally got out of bed to make the video, because I got into bed and I'm like, oh, thank God, bed, beautiful. And then I realized I hadn't made my video, and I was like, oh, never mind. I'll remember what I want to say, and I'll say it. I'll do it in the morning, and it'll be fine. And then I knew it wouldn't be fine, so I got out of bed and I got dressed again so I could do my video. So I religiously, every single day, I made sure that I did the video. You can't see it there anyway. Yeah, that was something I did every single day. Did my daily video, 1 to 24. Now that might not sound like an awful lot, but it took time. You know, each video took me about an hour to write the, do the video, record the video, write the description, upload it, because I was having issues with the upload. That was one of the technical blips that I didn't really resolve in the 24 days. And again, for this video, it's going to take ages to upload this one. It's quite a long one. So what else is possible with that? And what ease can I have with that? Yeah, so every single day in the 24 days, I did my daily video, and I wrote the description, and sometimes I did more, and I also did the SEO, so the search engine optimization, which is something that I knew a little bit about before I started this. And then I think it was around about day 10, something like that. My coach and mentor picked up my videos. I hadn't told her about them, and she saw them on some platform, and so she picked up on them, and she used it, my videos, as a coaching lesson on our her coaching site. So, you know, my point of view is every good coach has a good coach as well. So I have several coaches and mentors, and some of them are books and reading material, and some of them are real life people. And so this is a real life person, and she gave me some excellent SEO tips for sorry, my thumb's going numb holding this. SEO tips for what to put in on my YouTube videos, for them to be more likely to be picked up and to be watched, which makes sense, because what is the point of creating videos if no one's going to watch them? So thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate it, and I'm so grateful that you're here. And I hope that my journey and what I've done and what I'm sharing with you is of value to you and of use to you, even if it's for you to think, oh, I'm never going to be as I'm never going to do things the way she did it. Great. Put it in the comments. I'd love to hear your comments, and if any of this has been of value to you, or just made you think just slightly differently, or made you choose to do a project of your own and thought to yourself, I'm going to do it 10 times better than Nikki did it. So I would love to hear about that. Yeah, okay, so now back to my lovely, here we go, my lovely chart. It took me ages to write this, by the way, so I'm using it. Yeah, so these are the other things I did. The, where are we? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, oh, day 9, there we go. Day 9, I got the YouTube SEO first stage stuff, and then I went back into all the previous days and implemented the SEO for all the earlier videos from 1 through to 9. And moving forwards, every other video I implemented these SEO tips. It's quite basic SEO, and yet it's not done by so many people, and it's required, and it helps. So yeah, one of the things is like 6 days I spent planning. 6 out of 24 days. That's practically a third. That's almost all right, it's a quarter. I'm a mathematical genius here. So it's a quarter of my total time I spent planning. Now that's something that I'm going to change. So here, in what I'm good at, planning. So I stayed within my comfort zone here, planning and doing the things I love, instead of taking more of the action that was required, actions. So, planning's an important stage, and yet to spend a quarter of my total time doing that, was it necessary? Probably not. So yeah, so I also received coaching. Yeah, so that was what I was saying about the SEO from my coach and mentor. Okay, what else have we got? Okay, so I also created events on the Access website for my Access Bars class. And I created some other events there. So there was only one that I actually created within December, within the time frame, and the others were they're created for January. So I've got another 3 events coming up in January, which I posted on the Access website. And I also created a Facebook event and shared that regarding my Access Bars class. And I've got a small meetup group, which has pretty much been neglected. So I created there's 350 odd people in it, but I haven't been very good at keeping in touch with them. So that's going to change as well when I get my person to do the stuff that I'm not good at. Like, where is it? Following up. Yes. And organizing. So yeah, so I created an event in the meetup group as well. And I also put out 2 Facebook ads for my Access Bars class. And I learned so much more about SEO. So I not only learned it from my coach and mentor, I also then did some, she also taught me how to choose keywords and phrases that are relevant and will get you ranked higher in Google and higher in YouTube. So that was fun. And I also studied other YouTube videos on learning SEO and how to rank well in the YouTube videos, so that your content is found more easily by more people. So yeah, so I also learned how and where to use the keywords and how to implement the SEO. So I've covered that, and allowing others to contribute. I've covered that as well, with allowing my lovely Johnny to contribute, and the universe, random stuff. Oh, I forgot to add, I think it was 57p. 57p. Thank you, universe. I found that on the street in the course of this this extra money for Christmas project. I found a 50p piece, a 1p piece, a 5p piece, and another 1p piece. So it all, I should have added that to my total. So, just allowing others to contribute, whether they're people, whether they're pets, or my lovely dog's a great contribution, because he gives me cuddles and makes me feel better, and makes me laugh, and money in the streets, and so allow others to contribute. John bringing me a cup of tea, that's a fabulous contribution when I'm working, and or anytime. So yes, I think I've covered that. So the other things I did was, right at the beginning, I did a lot of researching. I researched Christmas jobs, and because I was I thought I'd look into, I had some ideas about how to make extra money, and what would be fun for me, what methods of making extra money would be fun for me. And I thought I'd research them as well, because come with a beginner's mind, so it wasn't like, oh, I know everything. So I looked into it, and lots of different ways to make money online with YouTube videos. Sorry, my hand's getting so sore. Whoops. Yeah. So with YouTube videos, and what else? Oh yeah, cashback on shopping was another one that, there's when you start to look at it, wherever you put your focus, that's where, that's what expands. So when I was looking at different ways to allow more money to come into my life, whether that was, I was shopping for Christmas, so getting cash back on my purchases was something that was relevant to me, because I was spending money anyway, and receiving money back, cash back on the money I spent, was relevant to me. As it turned out, I meant to check that. The website kept freezing, so I don't think I actually received any cash back. And yet, looking at different different ways and looking at your target, coming at it from different angles and different possibilities, and being open to it's showing up different, and receiving in different ways is a great thing. So that's, I think I've covered all I wanted to cover in my on my amazing scribbles there, and the main thing is I had fun and I learnt so much, and I've created, my business has expanded. I've created so much more for 2019, including I'm doing a what's it called? Business mastermind. So I've done business coaching for a long time, and as I said, about one of my not good at things is being organized and following through. So that's one of the things that I'm changing, and one of the things I've been meaning to do for a long time is to have a business mastermind group where we can do group coaching as well as individual coaching, so that we can all learn and expand from other people's experiences. Because sometimes we don't know what we don't know. And if a different business, if somebody else is receiving coaching from me and they're asking me about a certain aspect of their business, that could have be of value to you in your business, and you didn't even realize it. You didn't even know it was something that would be relevant to you or valuable or fun. And also it's a great support, because being an entrepreneur can be a pretty lonely experience. So I'm creating this business mastermind coaching group, and that will be up in the first week of January. And part of that is I will be giving, well, not part of that, but as an invitation to that, I'll be giving away a free book. I meant to work this out, what this is going to be, before I did my video. So if you're interested, then please contact me. I might put a link in the description where you can just let me know if you're interested in receiving it's going to be something like from my experiences, the do's and don'ts of how to make £2,000 in either 30 days or 24 days. So it would be something like that. And there'll be some practical, I'll share with you some of my SEO tips and some of the things that I've learned in more detail, so that you can implement them in your business in your way as well. So if that'll be fun for you, then I'll put something in the description that you can pop your name and email in and receive that once I have completed it, which will probably be towards the end of the first week of January. So thank you again for joining me on my journey, and I would love to know what your thoughts are, what your projects are, anything you'd like to help with, and what's holding you back. And yeah, so thanks for joining me. Nikki Duffy, choosingfortoday.com.